I want to say Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakaha Kwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. The Lord is going to restore order back unto his people, right, which are the so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Order will be restored. As of right now, Jake is rebellious. Eve is rebellious. Not rehearsing the righteous acts. Being contrary to the will of Yahweh Shah. Jake lived that YOLO spirit. Well, the Lord is going to purge that out of Jake. Right? Women out here having promiscuity, having sex with every man they like or that they find attractive. Jake out here, messing around with everything he can, put his thing into. The Lord is going to fix that, man. Right? I said it in the video before, adultery runs rapid. Also, not just adultery in a sexual way, but adultery also in an idealistic way. Because Jake wanna believe, or he wants to be a part of something, right? Whether if it's being an Egyptologist or a black conscious leader or etc. Well, the Lord is going to bring order. He's going to restore Jake back into Jake's perfect mind. But in order for that to happen, I remember Apostle Gabar said, when we get them new bodies, according to the book of Corinthians, when we get them new bodies, we're going to be perfect, right? We're going to be perfect, man. Our memory, us being able to remember things is going to be 100 times better. Us being able to, control our desires and also, how we think. Everything is going to change. The Lord is going to restore us, right? Bring about order. But I wanted to grab something real quick. This is 1 Corinthians 7:1. Now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman, nevertheless to avoid fornication. Let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. Because the Lord is going to restore that back unto us, man. To where, the women that we with haven't had multiple partners, right? And we as men, we as men can deal with women that won't go outside of you. So that order is going to be restored back unto the Lord's people. When you go into 1 Corinthians 14 and 40, where it tells you to do everything indecently in order, right? When we're in a kingdom to come, that scripture, that book, chapter, and verse is going to be perfected. But everything that we do is going to be indecently and in order. We're not going to be off. We're not going to commit sin, right? We're not going to commit fornication, right? In a physical and spiritual sense. We're going to be in complete order. Our minds are going to be right. We're not going to have to be dealing with all these problems and that's in the flesh, being stressed out, being stressed. All of that is going to go away. But in order for those things to come, everything have to come about anew. And that's one of my favorite book, chapter, and verses to go into, is Isaiah. Isaiah 65. Let's get that. So let me grab this real quick. This is the book of Isaiah 65 and 17. It says, "For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind." So real soon, right, Jacob's gonna be in order, man. We're gonna be able to deal with all our people, not just the men that is in not just the man that's out on the highways and byways teaching, but all of Israel. It's going to be a beautiful thing that we're all going to be like-minded men, and the women going to have minds as righteousness, because of the order that's given unto all of Israel. And that's what? That's to keep the laws, the statutes, and commandments. That's to show love to one another, right? To keep order, right? And to know that we are a great power, a power unto Yahweh Shah. Right? So let me read this back. It says, "For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered." It says, "And the former shall not be remembered, nor come to mind." It says, "But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy." So we're going to be able to see that real soon, man. Right? When this place is wiped off the face of the earth, the Lord is going to restore all of Israel unto their right minds. It's going to be beautiful to see all of our people in order, man. That's going to be beautiful. You know, even those that one taught this truth and went back into the world, even they going to be restored. Those that fall to the wayside is going to be restored. You know, even the scriptures tell you in Israel, you know, all of Israel going to be saved. So you're going to have the elect, the 1/3, and then out of the loins of the elect, it's going to come those that perish on this side. So in order for restoration to be done, there have to be a cleansing. And that cleansing is going to be by way of fire. So, you know, that's something that we're waiting for. We're waiting for the restoration. We're ready to be restored. We're ready for the kingdom to come. We're ready for the fire. So it says, verse 19, "And I will rejoice in Jerusalem, and joy in my people, and the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying." That's going to be it, man. Our suffering is going to be done away with, man. You're not going to have to be dealing with the things of this world when the Lord brings the kingdom. You're not going to have to be dealing with this stress and, you know, dealing with anxiety, dealing with these diseases, right? Or dealing with, or having to deal with these nations. Man, I was watching a video last night. Man, it looked like she was eating like some roaches, and it looks like it was some type of either a Moabite or an Ammonite eating a sandwich roach sandwich, right? And she looked like she enjoyed it, man. Then you had India. This dude is cutting meat with his he had a knife between his toes cutting meat, feeding it to the people, man. Looked like a bunch of goop in a pot. It's just disgusting, man. These nations don't care. They have like no sense of order about them. But hey, you know, the Lord built them up only to bring them down. So eventually they're going to lose that power that they have. And Israel is going to come into power. And we're going to have to restore things. We're going to have to restore things through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shah. So it says, verse 20, it says, there shall be no more thence an infant of days, nor an old man that have not filled his days. For the child shall die 100 years, 100 years old, but the sinner, being 100 years old, shall be accursed. And they shall build houses and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyard and eat the fruit of them. They shall not build and another inhabit. They shall not plant and another eat. For as the days of a tree are the days of my people, man, and mine elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands. I mean, you should see the trees in what's that forest? The Amazon forest. Man, there's trees out there that's hundreds of years old, man. Probably even older than that, right? Esau goes out there. Esau goes and destroy these trees, but these trees, man, they live for a very long time, man. That's how you know in the kingdom, man, the Lord is going to bring that. When we get them new bodies, it's going to be different, man. You know, we're going to be able to live, right? Immortality. The Lord says, seek immortality. So we not going to die. You got Jake dying before Jake even comes out the womb, man. Jake dies before he comes out the womb, right? Through the woman not taking care of herself properly, right? Or through the Planned Parenthood, Jake getting ripped to pieces inside the womb. That's supposed to be one of the most safest places for a child is inside of the womb, but a child ain't even safe in there. These devils have created devices and tools to actually go into the woman's uterus and rip out the child that's in her damn uterus. How low can you stoop? But that's the wicked for you. You know, they don't even know how to keep their own oaths. You know, their oaths is to do no harm, right? But here you got doctors that rips fetuses right out the uterus, but do no harm though, right? They don't keep their oaths, man. That's just what these devils are about. Look at what they did to the Native Americans. How many treaties did they have with the Native Americans? Look at the treaties that they created with the other nations. Did they not break those treaties? So you take the oath to do no harm as a doctor, but you ripping a child, you're ripping a fetus right out of the mother's uterus. Oath broken, is it not? So it says 23, it says they shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth trouble. Bro, we labor in vain right now, man. Right now in this kingdom, we labor in vain. How do we labor in vain? We go and we work. We get a somewhat of a paycheck or money, and then it goes right out the window because now you got to pay over $1,600 to $1,700, $1,800 a month on rent. So 30 to 50% of your paycheck goes straight to rent, right? And on top of that, you got to pay for everything else. You got to pay, right, for clothing. You got to pay for water. You got to pay for food. So the majority of your money goes straight to what? Goes to these things that cost too damn much. So again, man, the Lord is going to bring order back into Israel, man. Let me finish this off. So it says, they shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth trouble. It says, for they are the seed of the blessed of Yahweh. and their offspring with them. And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer. Man, I can't wait for that. That's going to be beautiful, man. That before we even call, the Lord's going to answer. Right now, I would say, I don't want to say this wrong, but I would say that there will be a delay. There's a delay right now. The time when we in the kingdom, the Lord is going to answer immediately. But right now, it's a delay because we are sinful men and women. Hey, the Lord, what? He said, I don't hear sinners. When you go into, I think that's John, I want to say John 5:39, but I could be wrong. But right now, there's a delay in the Lord hearing us, man. It's not that he's not hearing us. We just not getting a quick answer, right? It's not that he's not hearing us. We just not getting a quick answer. It takes time for the Lord to answer us. Why? Because look, we gotta do good deeds in order for our prayers to be answered, right? But the Lord said, hey, before you even say anything, man, I'm gonna answer you. Man, that's gonna be beautiful, man. He says, and it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer. And it says, and while they are yet speaking, I will hear. Ooh, man, it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful when we're in order, man. It says, the wolf and the lamb shall feed together, and the lion shall each draw like bullock. It says, and dust shall be the serpent's meat, and they shall not hurt nor destroy at all my holy mountain, saith Yahweh Shah. So we're waiting for that order. We're waiting to be in perfect order, man. So the things that we speak unto the Lord, he's going to already answer. The things that we want and desire, he's going to already give it unto us. But we got to wait until things are back in order. We got to wait until we as a people are in order. Right? But I'm going to end it from there and say, Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Lord willing, this was edifying.